Thanks, Rick. And we have time for one more question. Operator, could you put through our next caller, please?
Emma Zhao from CBC Edmonton. Your line is open.
My question would be for Premier Smith, just about Bill 12, specifically the transition from H to ADAP. We've heard from a lot of recipients and advocates about concerns around some significant clawbacks around their current benefits. I was wondering if you could tell me what the government has done to address some of these concerns and how it plans to address concerns going forward.
Well, I think it's unfortunate that the NDP continues to fearmonger for our most vulnerable citizens. We're very distressed by that. No one who is severely handicapped needs to fear that they will get paid any less tomorrow than they are today. In fact, they're going to see an increase. We are one of the few provinces that not only have a relatively high level of per month support, but we also increase it. So starting in January, it's going from a total of $1,901 to $1,940. What has happened is that the federal government is now cost sharing on that amount for us. And they're challenging the other jurisdictions to come up to a level of $1,814 per month. And we encourage other provinces to do so. We want to make sure that there's some consistency across all. The second part is that those who are able to work, and not everyone can, but some can, we want them to be able to earn more money before losing their benefits. And so we're still, with a lot of consultation with the community, figuring out what that will look like, but it's somewhere around $45,000 to $50,000 that we want people to be able to earn if they're able. And we're hearing a lot of support in the disabilities community because many, many individuals who are not necessarily able to support themselves completely do want to be able to work more hours so that they can participate in the job market. And then finally, we also know that there are some who are able to earn a full market wage, but they need to have support on their pharmacare plan. So that's the other part, is that we have created 3 different streams now to support people where they're at. And some people will just need pharmacare. Some people will determine how much they want to work in the private market and get additional support so that they're not left out. And then some will have to receive 100% of their payment through a combination of AISH and the federal disability benefit. And so we think that that's creating a lot more opportunity for those who are vulnerable and those who need support. And we do encourage other provinces to come up to the level that we have here, because we're about $500 higher than our next closest neighbors. Did you want to add to that, Minister?
The only thing I would add to that, the Premier is very right about the misimpressions being made by some about what would take place with AISH. AISH is still here. It's the law. It's a statutory program, which means it's the law. And it continues to have the same payment structure that it had before this legislative session, will continue to for years to come. By adding the Alberta Disability Assistance Program, this province is the only province that is actually expanding disability supports to thousands of Albertans that would not be eligible to receive supports in this province or any other province. A lot of the conversation is really focused on AISH, Alberta's Income for the Severely Handicapped, for obvious reasons. Very important that we maintain and continue to care for people that have been on the AISH program and need that AISH program. But what we have expanded here in Alberta is giving access now to many people who would not have been eligible for AISH. There is a whole generation now coming up that's going to be able to access appropriate disability supports, not be forced not to work, receive appropriate health benefits, and even at ADAP rates, when you're still allowed to make income, you will still be amongst the highest provinces on disability supports, period. And so that, to me, is part of the story that needs to be told. This is groundbreaking and really going to have a significant impact on many Albertans who could not have had access to disability supports before the government made this change.
And did you go ahead with your follow-up?
Oh, I don't have a follow-up.
Perfect. Then that'll conclude today's